Hello and welcome to our prayer for peace in Ukraine. I'm Julie Vieira, a religious sister belonging to the Immaculate Heart of Mary Sisters of Monroe, Michigan in the United States. I'm the director of our IHM Spirituality Ministries and the host for today's prayer. I'm so encouraged to see so many of you gathered here from across the globe, especially Canada, the United States, and our friends in the UK. We all have this common call to pray for peace in Ukraine. The impetus of this gathering came from an experience that you may have had as well, watching the news coverage of the war in Ukraine. I happened to be at the gym at the time and socializing with people while I was working out. And on the TV flashed images of war and the enumeration of the number of lives lost, the destruction, and the refugees fleeing Ukraine for safety. I thought to myself at the time, how can we go about our daily lives all the while a war is raging? What can we do in the face of such violence? And so here we are at this prayer. This is one way we can respond and unite our hearts with Ukraine. Today is also a sacred day for many people in the Christian tradition, and in particular, my own tradition of Roman Catholicism. Pope Francis has asked the global Catholic community and all people of goodwill to make this a day to be close to the suffering of the people of Ukraine. A day, he said, to feel that we are all sisters and brothers, and to implore God for the end of the war. Our prayer today will be very simple. It's just a time for us to come together. We'll have about 20 minutes of silence as we focus our attention on uniting with the people of Ukraine and one another. Now, I know silence isn't always easy for us to enter into, so I'll offer some gentle prompts throughout our time of silence and a few words at the conclusion of our time together. And so now let us begin our prayer by entering into the quiet. Find a comfortable position, perhaps with your feet on the floor, your hands on your knees, or maybe on the table in front of you. Sit comfortably, but with attention. Allow yourself to just settle into this moment, coming from all the other things you've been about today, and allowing those things just to put them aside so that you can settle in here with these people, with this intention to pray for peace in Ukraine. You are encouraged to keep your eyes open as you consciously link your heart with others in prayer. Be aware of making that transition from the stuff of your own life into this community of we, those gathered here, and the many people praying for peace. As you look at the different boxes with different people's faces, look into their eyes See them just as they are seeing you. And as you look at these faces, imagine too that you are seeing the faces of the people of Ukraine. Extend the love and the connection and the energy of this gathering now to all people who are praying for peace, to all people caught in the violence of this war. And take a moment just to be aware of your own breathing. Our breathing helps ground us in our own body, but it also connects us bodily to one another, to the earth, to the universe, and to the Spirit of God breathing in and around each one of us. We'll just take a few moments of silence just to rest in this awareness, in this connection with one another, as we keep opening up our hearts and our awareness to the people of Ukraine. As we continue to embrace the silence and one another, every so often we may have distractions that pop up in our mind or in our body, wherever we are that we're praying. Just let these distractions drift by. No need to focus on them. Just let them go to the side of your consciousness. And to help you refocus, just look again to one another. Look into each other's eyes and focus your attention on connecting with one another and the people of Ukraine. If it helps, you can also adjust your seating position to be more comfortable. And as we pray, imagine for a moment the Spirit of God hovering over the land of Ukraine, spreading out its wings in love and protection over the people. And just allow yourself to enter into that feeling. Imagine now this community gathered here, these women and men sitting together right now with you. Imagine spreading our arms in love and protection over the people of Ukraine. Allow yourself to feel in your body and in your spirit that extension of your love and energy over the people of Ukraine. Allow yourself to feel any of the feelings that come up of sadness, anger, energy. Those feelings too are part of our prayer intention and part of what it means to be in solidarity with the people. And let us now focus specifically on peace, that peace that you desire so much for the people of Ukraine, for Russia, and for all in war-torn areas of our world. Allow first that peace to penetrate your own heart. Feel it right now in your own body and in your heart. That desire and that feeling of peace. And as you come in touch with that, open your eyes to the people gathered now and extend that sense of peace to each of them. And now, with that feeling and that energy of peace, extend that energy of peace now across the globe to the people of Ukraine. Feel that connection and that willing of peace to be in their lives, in the land, in the surrounding countries, in Russia, and to the whole world in need of peace. And we give ourselves to this peace, even now as it's time to end our focused time of prayer. And as we come out of this space with one another, just be gentle and gently bring yourself to being aware of being in your own shoes, sitting in this chair, in this space. Allow yourself again to feel the sensations of the world around you. And as we go forth, just an encouragement to remember that we can enter into this prayer space at any time. We've already created it. Really, it's already been there, and we've just entered into it. And so I encourage you throughout your day and these days ahead of us to consciously set your intention to unite with God and the power and energy and love of God on behalf of the people of Ukraine. And if it's a help to you who have joined us, I'll be sending out a recording. And there are many other people that have been praying with us who weren't able to get in on the Zoom call because we reached capacity. So I'll be sending them out a recording so that they can also pray with us. So thank you so much for responding to God's call in this way and being in this community. And I'll be reaching out again with an email to you with the recording. So thank you, and we stay united in prayer with one another and with the people of Ukraine. God bless.